Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and for a change, I've got a new army for you guys. So I was thinking new season, might as well try something else out, and I've decided to go with Zap Lalo for this season. Don't worry, I'll still be doing Super Bowler smashes as well on a different account. So I'm thinking at least for a while, while I have the patience to learn a new army and hopefully see how it goes. I thought I'll bring you guys Zap Lalo to begin with for the February season, and yeah, as always, it's going to be the same thing. The army link will be in the description. I'll be giving you guys tips as well on like my thought process when I'm having those attacks going through, and I can hopefully help you guys learn one more attack as well this season. So yeah, let's just get into some attacks. So I've tried to pick out like as close to Town Hall 16 bases as possible, or even like close to max Town Hall 16 bases as possible, because it's still pretty early in the Legend season. So yeah, this is our first base. It's a diamond base and we've got multiple layers of walls, but remember, we're not doing Super Bowler Smash anymore, so we don't need to think about like the different approaches we need to work with that way. So now with Zap Lalo, what you can do is it's like a three-phase attack. You need to understand that you need to first figure out where you want to zap, which siege machine to use, and accordingly where to sui, so that you can have a nice thin path for your Lalo. So there's a lot you can do with 6 zaps actually. So we have a few options. We can like zap this over here. We can maybe even zap like a multi-inferno X-bow combination with the rage tower, and that also wakes up the town hall for a flame flinger kill. So we need to identify like, okay, if now I feel like these are the best zap options that we have on this base. So you if we zap this out over here, right, that gives us two options. Like we will have to like sui from over here, which is basically use our king and queen, maybe even our royal champion, to go around this way to get some value along the ricochet cannon area, or to go around this way and hopefully at least damage up the town hall, if not claim the town hall directly all by itself. So obviously for Lalo, our biggest enemies will be the multi-infernos, the town hall, the scatter shots, and those multi-archer towers. Of course, we also need to consider the enemy heroes. So now, keeping all of these things in mind, I was just saying like, okay, what I can do is if I just zap this outright, we have this void space over here anyway, and I can actually place a flame finger over here to grab the town hall eventually, and that allows me to easily get my heroes going over here. So that is why what I did is I just zapped this over here, which opened up a flame flinger for the town hall, and that allows me to actually handle the town hall area in isolation without my heroes or my Lalo having to go towards it at the beginning. So now that I have established that much of my plan, right, I understood like, okay, because I'm cutting a hole over here in the base and the flame flinger is going to do this much anyway, I can easily try to trim out some of this area with my heroes. I will get one of the enemy heroes. I will hopefully get a scatter shot, maybe a multi-archer tower should definitely go, and most importantly, I'll even get that CC kill. One thing I've also noticed, which is very important, is it's not mandatory to always get the CC pull or kill the CC. It is possible to Lalo through the CC without having to ever worry about it, provided that you get the timing down properly. So you can see over here, I'm just doing the best that I can to push my king and my queen into the core. So what I should have done is I should have placed my giant before my ice golem, so it would have pulled the spring trap over here so that my ice golem would have frozen a bit deeper in the core. That's one small mistake that I made, but you can see over here I've pulled the CC. My king and queen will deal with it. King has his giant gauntlet, which is amazing because he has the damage reduction, and honestly he just tanks for so long, and even if he goes to Phoenix, it's like, it's fine, he will still get some value. So now I'm just gonna pause it over here. Let's just have a look at the base. I have managed to cut out this much of the base entirely with my zaps and my heroes, and my flame flinger is getting the town hall. So that means there's not really any reason for me to go anywhere near the town hall for now, because I am sure my flame flinger is going to be able to grab it. That being said, what I can do is I can just focus the Lalo on this area, and what that does is it allows me to get rid of these merge defenses out of the way very early, and if I can save my royal champion to help out for this area over here, because honestly there's not much left on the back end. So that's exactly what we're going to do. Now for the Lalo deployment, you just need to look at the width of your lane that you have created, and you can see what I'm trying to do over here. I'm not trying to concentrate my entire wave starting from over here. I'm trying to make sure that there are some balloons that can come in from out over here, so that they can focus towards the scatter shot and eagle artillery a bit better. So it is important that you create that cross tanking, and you're able to create a nice wave of loons such that you can split some of them into the core a bit deeper. And you can see I've just done exactly what I was talking about. The royal champion is coming in from the top. There's no ricochet cannons for her to worry about. The Lalo very easily took care of that entire area, because honestly only the scatter shots were probably the biggest problem, and we already raged and hasted our way through that entire core. And now if you just have a look at what's left, honestly it's just a joke. Like, the royal champion can easily finish this off. So yeah, that's how you do Zap Lalo. It is a little bit more complicated than Super Bowlers, but I personally feel it is much stronger when done correctly. And yeah, I too still make mistakes, but when things do go my way, I will definitely share attacks like these with you guys, where I can showcase how you can start performing different attacks in Legend League. And I can definitely say I'm feeling like Zap Lalo might be better than Super Bowlers for the current defensive meta, just because of the number of poison tower bases that are there. And in fact, I'll show you why in the next one. So as I was saying, the current meta, it's just double poison tower bases, and honestly Lalo is going to be very, very good, especially against these bases where you have the town hall in the center. So once again, just 3 phases you need to start thinking about: where to zap, where your heroes will go, and accordingly how you'll have to start deploying your Lalo depending on the value that your heroes and your zaps managed to get. So over here we can see that I think it's very obvious what value you should go for. You can zap either this cluster over here or this cluster over here, if if this was a multi-archer tower, of course. So again, like, the biggest weaknesses that are there for Lalo, I think if I had to rank them, it would be the town hall itself, followed by the multi-infernos, then the scatter shots, and then the multi-archer towers. I'm not considering enemy heroes in this because they can be dealt with by headhunters, which can be put into the warden ability. But yeah, so we need to consider, I think the biggest threat after the town hall is the multi-infernos themselves. So over here what I'm doing is I'm not actually gonna zap anything even related to a multi-inferno. I'm just zapping out this area to make it easier for my heroes to get value. So this is one thing that I'm going to be talking about a lot in my upcoming videos as well, where I'll be performing more Zap Lalo for you guys, where you can zap certain defenses to allow your siege to start getting value or your heroes to start getting value. It either creates a funnel or it removes things like X-bows, for example, which allows your flame flinger, maybe on some bases like flame flingers, to get like some insane value for you. So I'm just gonna start with that over here. Like, this is very obvious value, like this thing over here, this cluster, like a scatter shot, an X-bow, and a multi-archer tower. And now again, we just need to consider from over here, our heroes can start going from here or over here, and always try to start somewhere close to the point where you're zapping, because it's easy for the heroes to kind of clear it out. So now if I had to like look at the base, right, I've already cleared a hole over here. If I start my heroes at this point, I can either start cutting towards the hole from one way or the other, be it from this direction or this direction. And what that does is it starts creating this like shape on the base for your Lalo to cut through. So in this case, I'm not going to be prioritizing the enemy heroes, because once again I can easily deal with them with headhunters in my warden ability, especially now because like the queen and the royal champion are on the right side of the base. So I'm going to try to prioritize my Lalo and warden ability somewhere on this area of the base, so that I can get headhunters going for these guys. And in order to do that, what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to push my heroes like this instead. And even if we just get this one multi inferno, it's more than enough for me, because look at this area over here. What's gonna stop my Lalo? Nothing. Literally nothing. I can easily get a hound over here. It'll tank this wizard tower. I can, and similarly I can get another hound over here, tank this wizard tower, tank this wizard tower, and I can easily have like a loon parade coming in from the top of the base. So all that matters is now the execution detail as well. So now that this plan is set in motion, we'll just see how I try to make it work. And you can see, like, I'm already noticing, like, hey, there's like Teslas popping up over here. So you have to be a little bit careful with your funnel and with how you place your heroes. So luckily we have just about enough to get our troops moving in the correct direction. And you can see, like, there's nothing beyond the multi inferno that I really want over here. That's why I decide to break this intersection instead, and that's why I also wait for all the buildings in this compartment to be cleared, so that when I place the wall breaker over here, I'm sure it's going to break this intersection to allow my troops to continue along this direction. So this is also something important. Like, there's no reason for me to go towards the multi inferno compartment even deeper. So I'm just giving my queen some space to walk towards the ground expo, and I still had my ice golem as well. My king cut through that wall anyway for some reason and pulled the CC, so I'm just gonna use him to kill the enemy CC. Like, he's gonna keep all of them just tanked for a little bit. And this is also one more important thing. Like, I know I got the value from my heroes. I only wanted the multi inferno, honestly. Nothing else was needed more. So as soon as that happened, I didn't wait for my queen to die. I literally just started my Lalo, and you can see it's like more or less that wave like motion. Loons evenly spread throughout this wave, and you can see I've tried to time another hound as the first one is popping. Sadly my warden didn't start going towards the right a bit, but it's okay. You can I'm still a beginner to this as well. I will make some mistakes, but all in all, you can see, like, this one was obviously a blimp kind of base. There was no option for us to really use a flame flinger properly, because it's a safe kill for the town hall. And what's nice is you can, like, have the rage only barely touching the town hall for the yetis to kill it, and it'll also help the loons that are kind of surging around the area. And you can see exactly how that's going to happen over here. It's going to work so well. Like, the town hall is instantly down. We've still got some loons in our warden ability that are all raged up, and of course we've got our own royal champion easily going to, like, help out on this back end over here. I forgot the headhunters in the warden ability because, again, I'm still a beginner to this. I'm trying to learn this attack, but I'm comfortable enough sharing it with you guys so that you guys can start learning this attack as well, if you guys want to try it out. It's definitely worth trying for this legend season, just because of the bases that you'll find on defense. Lots of single inferno towers, lots of double poison bases, and Lalo is just stronger than Super Bowlers in my opinion right now. So it does require a lot of practice, but it's definitely worth it. Like, even me as a beginner, I'm getting away with a swag royal champion ability on this one, and I've made so many mistakes which I've already talked to you guys about in this very attack. So yeah, that's another 3-star for us. We'll keep it moving. Alright, next up we've got a box base. And once again, what I was telling you guys, like, we've got double poisons, and this is one of the more toxic box bases that you can find out there, especially with how the defenses are kind of, like, laid out around the town hall. And this time we've got 3 multi infernos. There are no single infernos on this one as well. So again, step 1, zap value. Step 2, how your heroes are going to go on, and accordingly you also need to figure out which siege machine you're going to use. And after that, I will give you more insights about my Lalo deployment and how you should try to approach the base. So again, over here we've got a few options for zap value, but I think the best one has to be the poison tower, X-bow, scattershot, and monolith. Yeah, we can literally get all 4 of these buildings with our zap quick. And I was not accurate enough on this one, so you can actually place the quake to wake the town hall up as well, and that should allow a nice flame finger right over here for the warden statue and the town hall. Honestly enough for us, but I didn't do that, so I had to use my skeleton spell to wake up the town hall. And once again, because we have identified that this is the value that we are going for, and we want the flame flinger for the town hall, so neither our heroes nor the Lalo should be going anywhere near the town hall until the end of the attack. That means our heroes, because I focus the zaps a bit towards this side, it will be easier for me to cut this side of the base up with my heroes. Just something to keep in mind, like over here there's just more damage if I had to come on this flank, and it's just a lot simpler. Like I can just start my king like that, I can wait for him to go all the way around, and then I can place one wall breaker over here. And this also helps tank the mortar for the flame flinger. I tried to place the flame flinger a bit to the left so that it would get some tanking onto the mortar first. And you can see this is already shaping up very well. King with his early ability with the damage reduction, he can easily take out an entire core, and that allows our queen to get some more value. Like I think she might be able to grab the multi inferno. I'm not very sure, maybe not, because of these ice golems that are coming out, and our king is just he just pulled them and then went away. So yeah, again, don't wait too long. You can see I've already started my royal champion all alone over here, because I'm not waiting to see what the queen is going to be able to do. So that's another important thing. I should have actually started my royal champion much earlier than this, pretty much after my king pulled the enemy CC. As soon as that happened, I should have just done that. And you can see my Lalo deployment now. I am focusing a lot of balloons over here because I want them to focus on this multi-inferno area. And in order to help them out, what I'm going to do is I'm also going to follow up with a second hound and some more loons over here. You can obviously see like this area is much lighter for the Lalo as compared to this area. And now because of the support that my royal champion provided over here early, as well as this one hound with some balloons, what's gonna happen over here is my royal champion is gonna easily path towards the score, and most of these balloons over here are going to pass through over here as paths like that as well. So try to create that wave over here and keep supporting with balloons on this flank over here, so that you can encourage your balloons to stay inside this core over here. And honestly, I don't really need too much. Over here I managed to catch the hound and most of my headhunters in the warden ability, so that enemy queen is no problem for us at all as well. So you can see I've frozen the right side because my balloons are mostly focused on the right side. My royal champion, as I was saying earlier, because she started from the top over there, she is staying focused on the left side of the score over here. And I'm just continuously reinforcing with balloons over here as soon as that enemy queen went down to the headhunters that I caught in the warden ability. And yeah, you can see this is another triple for us. It's coming pretty close relatively, I would say, but you can already see like there's not really much that's going to stop us at this point. The Yetis will grab the town hall. It's not going to be able to hold at all. And what's important is there's no defenses left on the base. It looks very close because I am a beginner, but I can assure you like this is actually much stronger than you would think it looks like. So we managed to clear like literally this entire area with our Lalo. Like that's pretty significant, I would say. So what mattered was that I used probably like 50% of my balloons right over here and kept supporting very slowly with more balloons. And I even managed to catch one hound in the warden ability to help tank this entire area, which allowed me to sprinkle in very small number of balloons continuously along this entire edge, which allowed a very heavy force to get into the core and help take that entire core down. So that's another triple for us. I will do one last attack for you guys for this one, and then we can call it a wrap. Last base over here, and it's another box base. So again, step by step, where to zap. Accordingly, where will your heroes go and what siege will you use and where. So over here as well, I think it should be very obvious. The zap value that you should go for is this combination of 2 X-bows with the monolith and the spell tower. It's just way too much value to give up, and that actually leaves the town hall area very easy to pick up for our heroes. obviously we cannot get like good flame flinger value over here because we've already removed most of the area. So that's just one thing that you can do. Instead, there's this higher value spot over here at the bottom of the base where you can pick up a flame flinger, where you can pick up all of that with just a flame flinger. And that's actually one of my favorite parts of this attack. Like, you can place your flame flinger anywhere. Like you just need to, you can use zaps to enable your flame flinger to get more value. You can place your flame flinger somewhere completely isolated such that it's doing its own thing. And you need to make sure that your heroes don't really go too close to the flame flinger so it can pick up the maximum value possible. And the same goes for the Lalo. Try to not overlap what the flame flinger is doing with your Lalo as well. So that being said, you can already see how I'm trying to shape this up. So I've zapped the entire top area out, and by mistake I quaked the town hall. So it's not too much of a big deal in this case, but as much as possible, like if you must have seen in my in my previous attack, no, that was a different attack, sorry. So basically, don't quake the town hall if your heroes are going to be going after it. And yeah, you can see what I'm trying to do over here. So the king is going to take the town hall all by himself. The queen, I was hoping to push towards the scattershot compartment, but I was very quick with my wall breakers and ended up breaking this wall over here anyway instead. So I'm not going to be able to pick up the scattershot with my enemy queen, with my own queen. Instead, maybe I'll grab the royal champion. That's about it. I don't see her getting any more value from there. And let's just zoom out once again and just see what it looks like at this point. The town hall is completely gone. This area is being handled by my flame flinger, and my queen is just doing what queens do. So to be very precise, like this is what the queen and the king managed to get with the zaps, of course, and this is what my flame flinger is going to be getting towards the bottom. And what that leaves is, it leaves this kind of T shape, I guess, through the base, like that. So we have a few options. Like what I can do is, I can say that my king has gone to Phoenix over here, so I can actually start my lava hound with a few balloons, maybe even the royal champion from over here to help clear this side out. Same thing over here. I can from this side I can start like placing like some balloons with the lava hound, and one more balloon with like a lava hound with some balloons over here to create this wave like motion over here that will end up funneling everybody towards the score just like this. And my royal champion will also come in from the top, like just like that. And you can see like the thin path is very late into the base, but we have this broad entry point over here. And that's the beauty of Lalo. Like, you are isolating things so well. The army has such high granularity. Like, you can place as many balloons as you need, use a hound if you need to, just enough such that you can kind of clear out things so that you can abuse that thin path that you can create for yourself later. And you can see one hound, a few balloons, my royal champion, and that hound is doing such a good job. It's pulled the poison, it's pulled so many traps in the core. Honestly, I can't ask for too much more from it. And you can see I'm starting to create that wave from over here. The hound comes from a little bit higher so that it can hopefully start tanking things, but it sadly went over the scatter shot. I did not pay too much attention over there. But overall, you can see like some balloons as well over here, just to help create these that pathing for these loons to go towards the core, which my royal champion is already handling anyway. So I'm just waiting for the warden to step up so that I can catch my royal champion in the ability as well. Not really needed at this point, like just look at what's left. So yeah, all in all, a very, very different kind of approach, I guess. But Zap Lalo is just, you can just so easily adapt to any base, and at Town Hall 16 you can find zap value anywhere, literally anywhere. Even if it's just like two defenses, no spell towers, usually they're placed such that even just grabbing that much is going to be able to help set up an attack very well for you. So yeah, that's the end of this video. It was a big change from what I'm used to usually doing. I will continue to try out Zap Lalo for this season on this account, my Rahul 2K account. The other account, the Unlucky Pro, will continue to do Super Bowlers, and I will try to alternate between Zap Lalo and Super Bowlers for the rest of the season. I will be creating 2 separate playlists as well going forward. So yeah, Do feel free to give me some feedback. This is the first time I'm doing something like this in Legends League, and yeah, I hope to just learn, get better, and provide tips for you guys. But yeah, that's about it for me for this video. If you guys did enjoy, feel free to give me feedback in any way. Of course, if you feel I can improve my Lalo in some way, do let me know in the comments as well. I'd be really happy to learn, because this is an attack I've been wanting to try for a very long time. So yeah, that's about it for me. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.